if you could whisper something into the ear of every follower that's sort of brutally honest that you think they might not be ready to hear, what do you think that would be?
You're not making as much money as you want because you're not as good as you think you are. So
yeah, I think that's probably true for most people. I think that's probably true.
I think people have this belief that somehow the universe is unfair, and I think that actually for the vast majority of the time the universe is extremely fair. It's just that it being fair has made you not make money.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's unfair, but I'm getting the advantage of that. I feel like it's unfair in my direction. Like I've been incredibly lucky, so I can't complain. Is it fair? I don't know. I mean, some people get the short end of the stick. I just don't happen to be one of those people.
This is an interesting topic that I don't think I've ever talked about, which is just kind of the influence of luck on outcomes. And so if we look at, so there's a couple of elements to this. So one is if you look at the top outcomes in like just earning money, right? We want to look at the top 10, the top 100. But if you look at that from a percentage standpoint, that's somebody who has incredible drive, incredible intelligence, a huge stack of skills, and luck, right? Because if you think about the absolute max outcome has to have everything in its favor.
Definitely.
And so there's probably tons of things you can learn from the top 10,000 richest people in the world, not just the top 5, right? Because the top 5 will have all those things plus luck, right?
Yeah.
Now that being said, Napoleon, I think, had a little saying. He said he preferred lucky generals. So even if a general did everything right, but he was unlucky, he just got rid of them because he's like, well, if I had to pick, I'd rather have lucky generals. Yeah. And so one of the things that I would say has served me really well has been that I have an intrinsic belief that I am lucky. In like most situations, like almost annoyingly so, like people around me are like, of course it's gonna work out for Alex. Like, and so I would encourage you to, like, if you don't believe that now, start looking for the things that you have been lucky for so that you can internalize that. Because I think believing that you are lucky allows you to take on bigger shots. And I think that is where you actually get a huge amount of upside. So like the belief that this thing will probably work out because the downside is I'll probably be okay, allows me to take bigger swings. And then if you take enough big swings, one of them works out.
Yeah. I like that. I think acknowledging the role of luck, people are afraid to do that because they feel like it somehow diminishes all of their hard work. And I think that's the wrong way to look at it. I think it's better to view yourself, like you said, as extremely lucky on completely on the other side of that, because you'll, one, be less risk averse. And two, I think it's quite fair to acknowledge the role of luck as long as you're not blaming bad luck for your failures all the time. I mean, sometimes I suppose it's accurate, but usually there's something you could have done about it.
And what's interesting though is that luck itself is also manipulatable, right? So it's like we can increase our luck, of course. Like if you never go outside, the likelihood. So if we're just in luck in terms of chance, if we say it differently, the chance that you meet someone who's going to change your life is very low, right? If you go on 100 dates, a year, the likelihood that you meet or the chance that you meet a girl that you like is significantly higher,
right? And
so people will complain that they never met the girl of their lives, but they never created the opportunity for luck to occur.
Yeah, there's not enough surface area for luck. Yeah,
100%. And so it's like, how do I increase my luck surface area? And there's different vectors that you can do that on. But one of the most basic ones is if I am around people who are succeeding significantly more than I am, then when the luck falls their way, it might also spill into me.
Right. Yeah. Right. The halo effect. I like that. What's a